Hello, Eagles. This will be short and sweet. I'm Berdon.
And I'm Nick, and this is your Eagles Perch.
Homecoming 2015 is now a fond memory. We kept track of some of the things happening all week long. Nick and Justine covered the week in this report.
We interviewed some people about Spirit Week to see how they felt about, well, obviously Spirit Week. These are interviews about Spirit Week.
I do participate in Spirit Week. On Monday, I was wearing pajamas, so I participated for Pajama Day.
Okay.
That definitely was my favorite day, Pajama Day. It was all about PJs that day. I would say the decorations in the hallways. I think that took a lot of time. Definitely a lot of resources were put together to make that happen and make it look as good as it did. So, yeah, I think some students can be a bit disruptive during Spirit Week, but I think there's a good portion of students who just do the right thing, you know, and do the right thing when nobody's looking, which is very important. So I think, you know, there are some that are disruptive during Spirit Week, but I think the majority are not. I think the appropriateness, like just being appropriate, some people kind of forget that just because it's Spirit Week, and it's a good reminder, like, hey, yeah, it is Spirit Week, and we want you to be, you know, Eagles all the way kind of thing, but, you know, let's be appropriate at the same time and remember that this is school. So
I like to participate in Spirit Week, and, you know, it's fun to see how creative everybody can get with the different outfits, especially like Disney Day. I saw the Mad Hatter, Gaston as a female. There are a lot of fun ones out there, and so it's fun to see people get creative and in the spirit of things. By far, that was my favorite day. So it got really creative and crazy, so that was a lot of fun. I like the dressing up because, you know, you just have to worry about, it's one person you're taking care of and getting in the spirit of, and then with the decorations, they look really cool though. You just have to work together and collaborate ideas to get a cool creative idea. So
This is Nick and Justine for Eagles Perch. Depending on your advisory, one of the most enjoyable activities was the door decorating contest. Amanda and Kayana bring us these highlights.
What role in the building?
I'm a 9th grade English teacher.
Okay. Tell us about how you decorated your door.
My advisory kids decided to go with a theme of Up from the movie. So they took balloons and taped them to the ceiling, took string and attached it to a house that was on our front door so that it would look like the house was floating away like an Up.
How sure were you that your door would win?
I was pretty confident that we would do well. I don't know that we would win, but my kids have always done a really good job. We placed when we were sophomores, and they just really are motivated to win and seem pretty enthusiastic.
What was your favorite, like, Disney type thing? Like, you know what I mean?
That I saw around the building. Well, I liked ours, but I forget whose room it was. It was in the art hallway. Someone did like a Tangled theme and had like a big, long piece of like a braid. So I thought that was cool. And also, Mrs. Keebley had a funny door where I think they won also, where it was like they put faces on all of these tourists and they said it was their trip to Disney.
Oh, that's cute. Okay. And where's your room?
104.
104.
Freshman hallway.
Thank you.
thank you.
Okay. What year do you teach?
Juniors.
What like subject do you teach?
Algebra 2 and Algebra 3 trade.
Okay. Tell us a story about how you decorated your door.
I'll let the kids decide.
And what did they decide?
They chose to put some Disney characters on and then have an eagle that we have had for 3 years be our main character.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Not to be outdone by the Doors, each class decorated the halls. North became Disneyland for 1 week. Brendan and Jesus bring us the highlights.
Is this thing going? Yeah. Is this thing on? My name is Mr. Swift.
Can you please spell it, please?
Yep, Swift.
How long have you been teaching here?
I've been teaching here for 22 years.
Wow, okay. What is the theme going to be for the sophomore hallway?
Depends on when this is being broadcast. If it's being broadcast before Sunday, I'm not telling. No, the theme for the sophomore hallway is going to be Pirates of the Caribbean, based on the ride, the attraction at Walt Disney World.
The hallways were impressive, but only one could win. Sophomores got first, seniors were second, juniors were third, and the freshmen got last. All did great, but the sophomores stood out with the Pirates of the Caribbean hallway. Video of the winning hallway. Congrats, sophomores, on the win, but are they going to win next year? Brendan and Jesus for eNews.
North may have been Disneyland for a week, but video games take us to other lands and other places on the regular. Brady and Mason begin a series of reports on one of our favorite pastimes, getting lost in a good game.
Hello, Olathe North Eagles. This is Harrison Hemming, and we're going to teach you about some old games.
Grew up with Atari, playing Cubert and Donkey Kong and Pac-Man, and then Nintendo, Super Mario Brothers, and Duck Hunt. The technology was very, very basic. The games were pretty clean. There wasn't a lot of death and all this crazy stuff that's in there now. Now the technology is very real. And looks like it's pretty real life. And I would think most of it has a lot to do with sex and violence and drugs and beating people up and shooting them and all sorts of crazy stuff. The only one today that I actually think is a pretty decent one is Halo, and that's because they're actually just fighting aliens and saving the world. So many other ones is just too much violence in there. Super Mario Brothers was really good. It was kind of fun though because they had like these hidden compartments, and back then you had to figure them out on your own because there wasn't any cheat books. So it was fun. It was fun to try and time yourself and see if you could get through the whole goal was to try to get through the whole game with one life. Of course you have to work though to get there. So you learn all the little tricks that you have to learn. So Mario Brothers was fun. That was my favorite one. The video games were better back then. They were more clean, more innocent, less mind-altering.
First system I ever bought was Nintendo, and it had Duck Hunt and games like that. My little children, they like playing Duck Hunt. And we got them whatever games there was in the house. And then we'd get bored with the Pong and we'd go outside and do some real stuff. Alright. Devil. My parents never bought a video game. They had 6 kids. And they didn't want us to play them, and a neighbor across the street, he he got the games for his kids, and we'd go over there and play. Children under the age of 18 should be playing Grand Theft Auto because you kill people, you kill police. They shouldn't be playing any kind of game like that. They should be playing something that helps them learn stuff, how to figure out problems, not just kill them, shoot them. I don't think those are the good games. That's why I never bought you the PlayStation, Xbox, or anything like that, because all they got is kill 'em games. I don't like those. And you're a good kid because I didn't buy you that stuff.
I'm Bernard.
And I'm Nick. This was Eagle's Perch. Look at the duck on my sweater. Done.